Again, the great Songbird, 5 for 5. See if she remains undefeated. Here's Michael Ronan.
Racing. Songbird away sweetly with My Dynamo and Jade Princess pageant material. Then Not Now Carolyn, Landover Sea on the inside of Mocat, Mary Rosvo and Code Warrior the last couple. Songbird's the early leader, narrowly from Jade Princess and Not Now Carolyn sweeping around them out wide. My Dynamo tucks in along the rail fourth. A couple of lengths to pageant material, followed by Landover Sea, Mocat 8 off the lead. Mary Rosvo next to last ahead of Code Warrior. Songbird dictates at the three-quarters pole, leads by a length from Not Now Carolyn and Jade Princess with a length and three-quarters. My Dynamo perched in fourth. A gap of 4 lengths, Landover Sea on the inside of pageant material. 4 lengths to Mocat, 2 more Mary Rosvo and Code Warrior last, 15 off the leader. Songbird to the half-mile pole by a length and a half. Jade Princess second. My Dynamo on the inside comes through third, overtaking Not Now Carolyn. 2.5 lengths to Landover Sea from pageant material, Mocat, Mary Rosvo and Code Warrior into the far turn, and Songbird ambles away by 3.5 lengths. Jade Princess is second. My Dynamo third, but under heavy persuasion, followed by Landover Sea, who's making up a little ground. At the head of the others, Mocat creeping through fifth towards the inside, but Songbird is about 5 in front at the quarter pole. Songbird turning for home by 6 lengths and still being cuddled by Mike Smith. Jade Princess second, being joined on the outside by Landover Sea, but he hasn't breathed on the undefeated champion filly. Songbird past the 8th pole by a half dozen lengths. Landover Sea is second. She's giving game but fruitless pursuit. It's all Songbird. She's got them beaten to a frazzle. How'd you like to earn 60 grand as easily as this? Songbird wins by, well, whatever she felt like. Second home in the race, Landover Sea from Mocat and Jade Princess.
Mike Smith watching the big screen here on the infield more than anything else down the stretch with about 220 yards to go. Watch Mike Smith. He's not even going to worry about what's to his right because there's no one there. He just wants to make sure that he's got ample distance between him and the second place finisher. So watch Mike Smith look towards the infield up at the big board right about in here to his left and then realize it's all done. Let's get to Brittany Earden.
Well, Jerry, we had the pleasure of speaking before the race. How are the nerves doing now?
Just fine, and I'm very grateful to have a filly like this, and thanks to Rick Porter for letting me train her.
Does it surprise you ever at the ease of which she does things?
Well, she's been doing things easily. We should probably expect that different things will happen as we go down the line, but right now we're happy.
And looking forward to the Santa Anita Oaks. Do you want to see a hard-fought victory at all leading into the Kentucky Oaks, or easy peasy is the way to go?
Well, that wouldn't bother me if we had a severe test.
All right, well, good luck and congratulations.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Easy to say when you know there's no one out there to deliver it, but he's got a point. It is something you want to see because when you ship all the way to Churchill Downs, which is the ultimate goal in the Kentucky Oaks, you don't know what draw you're going to get, don't know how she's going to handle the track. You're going to have to overcome something at some point.
You are, and the other rivals are going to have to overcome her. I tell you what, the 8 and the 9, the 8 Jade Princess, I'm going to play her back because I saw the 9. I like the 9 a tiny bit. When great race horses are able just to destroy their competition, the poor 9 horse tried to keep up early. How about Carolyn? And then Mike just with devastating ease put her away, and she just went all the way to the back. The 8 was trying her heart out, and she just dead stopped. These great type of horses like this make these other horses chasing them try so hard, they basically collapse in the lane, and this is just a special type of filly. Special type of trainer for Jerry Hollendorfer, too.
Yeah, there's sometimes where you don't have to bet a nickel on a race, and you're satisfied with what you just witnessed. Mike Smith looking skyward, and as you pointed out, Paul, his resume of great horses ridden over the years, particularly in the distaff category, is phenomenal. Everyone wants to talk about Zenyatta when they see Mike Smith. Maybe they'll be talking about Songbird in the same breath as she sits here 6 for 6 now. Much different type of running style, obviously, going out to the lead the way she does, but there is no doubt about her ability. In fact, it is so deep that at the beginning of the year, everyone was pressing the connections. Why not take on the boys in the Kentucky Derby? But they have a plan, and that's not part of their plans.
It's not part of their plans. Listen, they've been very, very adamant about that. But listen, there's also a race called the Preakness that she could be lined up for, and the Haskell, the Travers, a lot of different options later in the year. I have a feeling she keeps winning races like this. She's going to have to deal with one other horse, and that's Catherine Sophia, maybe in the first Friday in May. If she deals with her with devastating ease, she's going to have a chance to face the boys later in this year.
All those races can wait. For now, enjoy what Songbird is doing. An absolute procession in the Santa Ysabel. She proceeds into the winner's circle. We'll have more reaction when we return right after this. Entering the winner's circle, on the pari-mutuel front, while she's going to return $2.10, that's the same to win as she will to place and show. So $2.10 across the board. But the pick 5 is going to pay over $500.
We talked about it right before. I'm like, listen, it's the best betting sequence because it was a pick 4 with the takeout. $85 in the pick 4, and you got a 3-to-1 shot to win race number 1. True Image ramps it to $543. Just makes it the best play in racing. Congratulations to Songbird, Medaglia d'Oro, that West Acre mare, Fox Hill Farms.
Brittany?
Well, we got to get the initial reaction from Mike Smith after champion Songbird makes it 6 for 6. Mike, how'd that feel?
It was incredible. I have to say, I got a bit starstruck when I looked over the big screen just to see, if I needed to do a little bit of work, and I was just in awe at how she was doing things again. I couldn't seem to take my eyes off the big screen. I said, I better get back here and make sure I stay on, but just incredible. Was really on her game. Jerry and his whole crew, Jerry and Dan and the whole crew have done a great job of just keeping this mare really happy. I think she's happy and getting happier every time I get on her, and my hat's off to them. It's as people well know who've been around horses, that's not an easy thing to do, and I'm just blessed that I'm the guy who gets to keep the weight on her back, and hopefully I continue to stay on her.
And how much do you think that she got out of this race in preparation for the Santa Anita Oaks and ultimately the Kentucky Oaks?
A whole lot more than we would have in the AM. You got to go half a mile in 46. So she had to do some work today, which was really, really good. She needed to. You can't just go around there and not do any work because eventually someone's going to make you run at some point, and you got to be ready.
And in the Santa Anita Oaks, do you think she needs to learn anything? Does she need to be tested?
Right now, I could have let someone go to the lead if need be. I didn't because it was just there and it was that easy for her. But if someone was that content on it, they're going to have to definitely run to do it. But she'd let them do it. They're just going to throw some numbers up there. But I don't think it'd be a problem. She reminds me of a lot of Beholder from Beholder, her 3-year-old year turning 4. When she was 3, she was very aggressive on the lead all the time. Started getting smarter with age, and this mare seems to be doing the same thing.
All right, Mike, thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you.
Lots of great insight from jockey Mike Smith, comparing her to the likes of Beholder.
It's high praise. Love to see her have a career like that, but already we're enjoying what we see out here. And now you wonder, for the Santa Anita Oaks, how many are even going to show up at that point?
Yeah, that's a good question, too. Some of these horses do want to get stakes placed, but at what time do you want to keep taking beatings by this horse? Because I think she's going to, a little bit like Zenyatta, I think a lot of people forget Zenyatta beat a lot of horses. They didn't come back to run because I think she demoralized their competition. This horse is starting to do this to some of her competition. So, yeah, I'm with you. Maybe 5 or 6 are going to line up. And the Oaks field's going to be interesting how many will line up against her and Catherine Sophia, who's in another class, too.
Yeah, the best in the West, no doubt about it, Songbird, and the best out east, Catherine Sophia.